I'm Sonia and I help people take their power back. If you're interested in working with me, the link is in the description below. This video is coming from another comment that I got from somebody, and just so you guys know, if I get comments from you guys that I can turn into videos that are going to help other people, that is what I'm going to do, especially if it is going to be a very long, drawn out explanation like this one. And I film my videos in advance, so it may be a minute before these videos are posted onto YouTube, but they will come at some point. So the comments: the more I affirm, the worse things keep getting and bad things keep manifesting. So as I keep saying to you guys, it is not the act of affirming that manifests. It is not, I need to affirm more and more and more and more and more, I'm not doing it enough, that manifests. You are not doing the work that you need to be doing. You need to be in the state of the wish fulfilled. That means that all of that stuff telling you yourself that you can't have it and that it's not the way you want it and that this sucks and this is bad has to go. And you replace it with your affirmations. Now, when you first start telling yourself something different, all of the objections and all of your old shit is going to come to the surface. And you either need to affirm through it, or you need to do some reflecting on why this shit is coming up. This is where I mention therapy. If you cannot just shift your thoughts and things, you have some really traumatic shit from your past, you may need to work with somebody who can help you unravel that. And I am not that person. I'm not that person. All I can do is help you change your mindset, which is when you start having these thoughts about things you don't want, about how things aren't the way you want them to be, you have to shift them to what you want them to be. That is what you need to be doing. That is the actual work. It's not about affirming more. Now, as far as why worse things keep manifesting, you have to remember that your present moment is a manifestation of old shit. Yes, things can change very quickly and they can change instantly and all the things. You can't control that. You don't know when things are going to change. You don't know what's going to happen. That is not your problem. Your problem is your mindset. That is your problem. That is what you need to put your focus on. I don't think people understand, but when I'm talking about that, your reality is your physical experience. Your mental experience, your physical experience, because your thoughts create your emotions. All of that is your reality. That is how you are perceiving and experiencing everything around you. And it all starts based on how you choose to think about it. Things happen and you start to think about it. Right here, things are happening and you have decided that it's getting worse and worse and worse and worse and worse. So by focusing on things getting worse and worse and worse and worse and worse, where's your focus? What state are you in? What mental state are you in? What emotional state are you in? Oh my God, everything keeps getting worse and worse and worse and worse and worse and worse. When you start affirming, the second you choose a different thought, you're in that reality, because you can only be in one reality. But you're fighting yourself on being in that reality because you're like, but it's not the way I wanted and things are bad, and you're looking outside for validation instead of just going, oh my God, this is amazing. I don't know how it's going to work out, but everything works out in my favor. I am so fucking lucky. Things are so good right now. You're continuing to be in the state of this sucks, this is bad, it's not getting better, when will it get better, it will never get better, how will it get better? Affirm, 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 affirm. Hoping it'll get better, but it doesn't get better. That's part of why it doesn't get better. Because you're not choosing to think the thoughts that you want to be true in this moment. By doing that consistently, that is how things shift. By changing your reality, your internal reality, not changing the external world. This is what people are talking about, the mirror. If you look in a mirror, and you go up to the mirror and you're smiling, the mirror will smile back to you. If you are frowning, the mirror will mirror that back to you. But you don't try to change the frown and the smile in the mirror. You can't change the mirror. You change you, and the outside changes. And you don't change the inside by affirming. Yes, the repetition from robotic affirmations will change your brain. But the more that you react and are saying that things are going from bad to worse, you're right, they are. That's what you're feeding your subconscious. And your subconscious is like, oh, you want this? Okay, here you go. Because your subconscious does not have a fucking filter to it. You're the filter. And you're feeding it that things keep getting worse and worse and worse and worse. Again, your present moment is a manifestation of old things. There is more than likely going to be a time delay. Even when I have had instant manifestation shit, there was a time delay from when I started affirming to when shit changed like that. And pretty, like, everything changes like that. 1 minute it's like this, 1 minute it's not anymore. But you have to put yourself and think the thoughts that you want to be true now about the things that are happening. As soon as you start affirming, you are in that state. When you're wishy-washy, you're going between the two. But when you are affirming, you are in that state. So you cannot look at your outside world and say that things are going and getting worse and worse and worse and worse. This is the bridge of incidents. This is what has to happen to get me where I'm going. I don't know what that means, but it's going to be amazing. You have to switch that perspective, because again, as long as you are focused on things are getting worse and worse and worse, they're going to continue to get worse, because that's what you're telling yourself. That's what you're feeding your subconscious. And your subconscious goes, okay, here you go. You're focused on that, then that's what you'll get more of, because that's obviously what you want. I was talking about in a past video I recently did about, it's not just about getting 3 wishes from the genie. The genie is giving you whatever you're focused on predominantly. And it's not, again, the robotic affirmations are there to help you, keep you from thinking that other shit. As long as you continue to think that shit and you don't just focus on the things that you want to be true, lying to yourself, being mystical. This is where people are like, it's delusional, but it's not really, in your head. Okay? I really think that not enough people talk about that you are still living your life when you are manifesting. And I need you to ask yourself, is part of why things are getting worse in your life because you are in your head manifesting stuff and you are not taking care of your present moment? That could be part of why things are going and getting worse and worse and worse. No, you do not figure out what you need to do to fix things. But if you need to set a boundary, or you need to have a conversation with somebody, or you need to do this, that, or the other thing, and you're just not pay a bill, and you're not doing it because you're going to manifest things, you are making the situation worse, and you are making more shit in your head to battle. That may or may not be the case, but it is not something that people talk about. Just be delusional. I fucking hate that, because people don't, unless you actually understand what you are doing and how this works, that is a fucking scary thing to be telling people, and could be why people experience things getting worse. But again, you got to stop telling yourself they're getting worse. You need to do what you need to do in the moment to make things better, and you need to focus on your mindset. Changing it to things are good and they're getting better and better and better, even though they fucking aren't. This is where it's like, ignore the 3D. Circumstances don't matter. All of that shit. In your imagination, in your internal world, everything is fucking amazing. It's amazing. This is perfect. I always get what I want. Changing all of those thoughts. Don't let yourself think that it's getting worse. Don't let yourself think that it's not working out. Again, it's about shifting your mindset. Not just affirm. Things are good right this second. Everything in my life is absolutely perfect. The money's in the bank. I have the relationship. I have all the things I've ever wanted. Here's a great affirmation. I have everything I've ever wanted. My life is perfect. You can tell yourself that. Let me tell you, when your external world, when you are used to relying on your external world to prove to you that you can say that kind of shit, it's going to feel real awkward when you start saying it, but you can say that to yourself and you can repeat that to yourself. And in any situation, you can just tell yourself, no, I have everything I've ever wanted. I'm so happy. And in your internal world, you can have that experience. Because until you can have that experience internally, you're not going to have it externally. And that is what the affirmations are for. They are the new thoughts. When these old thoughts about how things aren't working out and you don't get what you want come to the surface, nope, that's not fucking true anymore. This is what's true. Even though you do not have any proof to back it up. That is why I have Create Your Manifestation Lifestyle on here, to get you to manifest something that you don't care about, to have you have a successful manifestation so you have an idea of how this actually works. Because until you experience it, it's really fucking hard to explain it. And it's very hard to explain it because I have zero clue how you are going to get from where you are now to where you want to be. But I promise you, by changing your thoughts and changing your mindset, things will shift. But if you're just affirming because you feel like that's how you do the thing to get what you want, it's not going to work. And if you are not present in your present moment and honoring yourself in the present moment and choosing the things that you want to and saying no to the things that you don't want to in the present moment, you are not getting yourself closer to what you want. Thank you so much for watching. If you haven't already, be sure to like, share, comment, and subscribe. Love and light.